Former Senator Ted Stevens and 4 other people are telling their stories now, giving federal investigators new clues about what may have happened to cause the plane to crash into a mountainside. NBC's Miguel Almaguer has more details tonight from Anchorage. Miguel, good evening.
Kate, good evening. Investigators have been able to speak to 2 of those 4 survivors, and it's their first-hand account that may help them focus in on what went wrong.
As the heavy-lift helicopter retrieved the wreckage, investigators were learning what the moment of crisis was like from people on the plane. One told them he noticed nothing unusual.
He stated as they were flying along that he detected no changes in pitch or engine noise, and that they were flying along and then they just stopped flying.
New photos of the wreckage show the body of the plane snapped after impact. Investigators say they've learned that when pilot Terry Smith took off, he had 3-mile visibility in clouds at 2,000 feet.
The first survivor that was interviewed stated that the weather was poor at the lodge in the morning, but due to weather, they postponed their trip till the afternoon. He recalled the pilot giving a safety briefing before departure, and that he was wearing his seatbelt. Investigators were told Smith did not request a weather briefing from air traffic officials, but may have researched the weather on his own. It was possible that the pilot was getting his weather information over the internet. Officials want to know if the cockpit warning system, which can detect mountains, was working, and why an emergency locator beacon failed to send a signal that the plane crashed and where. The NTSB is also looking into the background of the pilot. Although he flew commercial planes for nearly 30 years and logged thousands of hours in smaller aircraft, investigators say he had only 45 hours of experience in the type of plane he was flying that day.
Pilots here in Alaska say weather can change on a dime, and the NTSB is working to pinpoint the exact forecast during the time of the crash. Kate?
Miguel, thank you. Up next, our Richard Engel reports from Baghdad on the departure of the last U.S. combat troops in Iraq and what the way forward could look like once they leave.
Mom, new shoes?
Old legs. PAD, the doctor said.
PAD. PAD isn't just poor circulation in your legs causing you pain. It more than doubles your risk of a heart attack or stroke.
I was gonna tell you.
If you have PAD, Plavix can help protect you from a heart attack or stroke. Plavix helps keep blood platelets from sticking together and forming clots, the cause of most heart attacks and strokes. Call the doctor about Plavix, please.
I will.
Certain genetic factors and some medicines such as Prilosec reduce the effect of Plavix, leaving you at greater risk for heart attack and stroke. Your doctor may use genetic tests to determine treatment. Don't stop taking Plavix without talking to your doctor, as your risk of heart attack or stroke may increase. People with stomach ulcers or conditions that cause bleeding should not use Plavix. Taking Plavix alone or with some other medicines, including aspirin, may increase bleeding risk. So tell your doctor when planning surgery. Tell your doctor all medicines you take, including aspirin, especially if you've had a stroke. If fever, unexplained weakness, or confusion develops, tell your doctor promptly. These may be signs of TTP, a rare but potentially life-threatening condition, reported sometimes less than 2 weeks after starting Plavix. Other rare but serious side effects may occur.
Talk to your doctor about Plavix.
Okay. I hate that the reason we're always stopping is because I have to go to the bathroom. And when we're sitting in traffic, I worry I'll have an accident. Be right back. So today, I'm finally going to talk to my doctor about overactive bladder.
If you're suffering, today is the day to talk to your doctor and ask about prescription Toviaz. 1 Toviaz pill a day significantly reduces sudden urges and accidents all day and all night. And Toviaz comes with a simple 12-week plan with tips on training your bladder. If you have certain stomach problems or glaucoma, or cannot empty your bladder, you should not take Toviaz. Toviaz can cause blurred vision and drowsiness, so use caution when driving or doing unsafe tasks. The most common side effects are dry mouth and constipation.
Today, I'm visiting my son without visiting every single bathroom.
Why wait? Ask about Toviaz today.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
That's the scene in New York's Times Square today. Hundreds of couples gathered to reenact perhaps the most famous kiss in history. Their model, of course, the famous photograph taken during the delirious celebration in Times Square on VJ Day. That's when Japan surrendered to end World War II 65 years ago today. Today's U.S. forces have, of course, been fighting two wars for the better part of a decade. The withdrawal of U.S. combat troops from Iraq is now well underway, but there are growing concerns about the reliability of the Iraqi security force they leave behind. NBC's Richard Engel has our report, part of our special coverage of Iraq, The Long Way Out.
In East Baghdad, a security force created by the U.S. military still patrols. It operates like a neighborhood watch at checkpoints and inspecting cars and markets. These men are part of a militia that was the brainchild of General David Petraeus. When Petraeus commanded the 2007 troop surge, he recruited, trained, and paid 100,000 Iraqis to fight al-Qaeda. Many of them had once fought against American troops, but Petraeus won them over. It was a turning point in the war. Today, the fighters remain loyal to Petraeus. They even adopted as a logo the Screaming Eagle, the symbol of Petraeus' old division, the 101st Airborne.
These Iraqi forces were responsible for many of the gains associated with the U.S. troop surge. They fought with American soldiers, exchanged information, and battled al-Qaeda together. But now that U.S. troops are leaving, these so-called awakening forces feel they're being abandoned.
In East Baghdad, Mohammed Hussam told me the Americans used us for a while and then left us. We had a common interest in fighting al-Qaeda. Now the Americans have moved on, said Amir Qusay. U.S. troops have tried to integrate awakening members into the Iraqi government. But these men, all Sunnis, say the Shiite-dominated government doesn't want them, and they're no longer paid on time. The U.S. commander in Iraq told us the awakening members will be taken care of.
They've been with the United States now for a long time. They've depended on us. We've slowly turned this over to the government of Iraq, and it's unclear in their minds where the government of Iraq will go with this program. So it's creating some concern, like it does for all of us when we're not sure what the future is going to bring for us. But I'm convinced that the government of Iraq is going to move forward with this.
But there are fears after U.S. troops leave, the awakening force, once seen as a solution to Iraq's problems, could turn against the government. Richard Engel, NBC News, Baghdad.
The jazz legend Abbey Lincoln has died. She had a long career as a performer and was also an outspoken advocate for civil rights. Abbey Lincoln was 80 years old. When we come back, a young explorer who changed the landscape in TV land marks a milestone.
Do you often experience the feeling of a dry mouth? It can be the side effect of many medications. Dry mouth can be frustrating, and ignoring it can lead to cavities, bad breath, and oral problems. Sipping water can help, but dentists recommend Biotine. Biotine moisturizes and helps supplement some of saliva's enzymes, providing soothing relief when you need it most. Don't ignore dry mouth. Look for Biotine in your oral care section today. This has been Medifax for Biotine.
For frequent heartburn relief, nothing beats Prevacid 24-Hour. Just one pill helps keep you heartburn-free for a full 24 hours. Prevent the acid that causes frequent heartburn with Prevacid 24-Hour. All day, all night. Nothing works better.
I came up with this mobile art gallery to bring art to the people. Without my health, I wouldn't be able to do anything.
To keep doing what you love, keep your heart healthy. Cheerios can help. The whole grain oats can help lower cholesterol. It's simple. Love your heart so you can do what you love.
An everyday moment can turn romantic anytime. And when it does, men with erectile dysfunction can be more confident in their ability to be ready with Cialis for daily use. Cialis for daily use is a clinically proven low-dose tablet you take every day, so you can be ready anytime the moment's right.
Tell your doctor about your medical condition and all medications, and ask if you're healthy enough for sexual activity.
Don't take Cialis if you take nitrates for chest pain, as this may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure.
Don't drink alcohol in excess with Cialis. Side effects may include headache, upset stomach, delayed backache, or muscle ache. To avoid long-term injury, seek immediate medical help for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. If you have any sudden decrease or loss in hearing or vision, stop taking Cialis and call your doctor right away.
Ask your doctor if Cialis for daily use is right for you. For a 30-tablet free trial offer, go to Cialis.com.
Fact: no pain medicine is proven to last longer than Advil. Not Tylenol, not Aleve. Nothing lasts longer than Advil. Pain relief that lasts. One more reason to make Advil your #1 choice.
A Dateline Sunday special. Kids killing kids on America's toughest streets. Can anyone save their future? The unexpected heroes fighting for something better. Dateline Sunday, 7/6 Central on NBC.
Well, if you've ever said the phrase, "Swiper, no swiping," then you know the power of the little girl who made that phrase famous. Dora the Explorer will forever be a 7-year-old cartoon character, but this weekend marks the 10th anniversary of a groundbreaking show that has been almost inescapable for a generation of kids. Here's NBC's Kristen Welker.
What's my name? These Southern California school children have been transported into a bilingual world of adventure and imagination.
Come on, vámonos! Say it with us.
It's a teaching program.
Red, blue,